So let's solve some questions for the revision of the following quiz. The first question is this. What is the relative frequency of number 10 in the given data set? To solve this question, first of all, we have to count how many tens we have. So when we look at, we have here 10, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 tens. So we are writing 3 divided by how many data set we have. I mean, how many numbers are there in the data set? So which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3 over 15, which is, if we simplify, 1 over 5, and it will be 0.20. So that's the relative frequency of the number 10. One more time. So the number which we are looking for, we are counting in the data set how many times occurs, so which is 3, and we are dividing how many members are there in the given data set, which is 15. 3 over 15, which is 1 over 5, it's 0.20. So in the quiz you will use your calculator, so you can do this even in your by using your calculator. 1 over 5, which equals 0.2. The second question is this. Find the mean for the following continuous data in the group frequency table. So when you have the continuous data, don't forget we have to work with the middle number. I mean between 15 and 20. So number 15 is here. Let's say here. Number 20 is here. So what will be number at the middle? To do this, we can do 20 plus 15 divided by 2. So 35 divided by 2. So if you use your calculator, or in your mind if you do it, it will be 17.5. So I have to write here 17.5. Now, by the way, you can even think like that. From 15 to 20, there are 5 units. So if we divide by 5 units by 2, it will be 5 over 2, which is 2.5 units. So 15 plus 2.5, which will be 17.5. So you will get same result. 20 to 25, still we have the 5 units. So it will be 20 plus 2.5, which will be 22.5. And then 25 to 35 units, so it will be 27.5. So we are adding 2.5 and 32.5. And then to find the mean, we will do this calculation. 17.5 multiplied by 2 plus 22.5 multiplied by 4 plus, let me clean this part. Now I should say that 27.5 multiplied by 2, and finally 32.5 multiplied by 2. So this is divided by the frequencies, sum of the frequencies, which is 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2. Now, if we use the calculator, I am doing here, you can do also 17.5 times 2 plus 22.5 times 4 plus 27.5 times 2 plus 32.5 times 2 equals 245. So 245 divided by 2, 4, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, which is 24.5. The answer of the question is 24.5. I think it's clear. Now the other question type, a teacher gives a 20-point test to 10 students. So totally we have 10 students. The scores are arranged in order from the lowest to highest. It's good. All the scores are here. Find the percentile for the score number 12. So if you remember, we had a formula. The formula says that before the number which you are looking for, which is number 12, how many members are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus, in the formula we have always 0.5 plus 0.5 divided by how many members are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, this 10 is given also here. Times 100. So this result gives us the answer of the question, which is 6.5 divided by 10 times 100. So 100 and this will be 10. 6.5 times 10 will be 65. So we have 65%. Okay, if you remember in the lesson we said that even we may call that P65. So we have 65% of the data. Now let's go for the other question. Find the 5 number summary. What is the 5 number summary? It means that minimum value, Q1, Q2, Q3, and the maximum value. So these are called the 5 number summary, and we use them to draw the box plots or the whisper plots, okay? But the question is not plotting, just finding these values. So first thing is we have to order the given data. So if I order, I'm looking to what is the minimum value here, 12. So not to make mistake, let me cross over this. After 12, 13 is the number, 13. After 13, 15 is the number. In order, okay? After 15, I think 16 is here. And after 16, 18. And after 18 we have 19, and after 19 we have 20, and after 20 we have 27, and then after 27 36. So how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To be sure, let's check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, when we find this one, you know that after this step the minimum value is 12. So we can say that minimum value is 12 and the maximum value is 36 since we order it so clear. Now how can we find Q1, Q2 and Q3? To find this, if you remember, first of all, how many members are there? We said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is an odd number, so 9 plus 1 is equal to 9 plus 1 over 2, which is 10 over 2, which is 5. So fifth position is median, which is Q2. So where is the fifth position? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So median is 18. To check ourselves, the median means dividing two equal parts. On the right side and the left side, the number of members must be equal. So 1, 2, 3, 4 before 18. 1, 2, 3, 4 after 18. So we are right. And we say that Q2 is equal to number 18. So let us put it here, 18. After finding the Q2, we will use the same process. Okay? So before the number 18, how many numbers we have? We have 4 numbers. So 4 means even numbers. So 4 over 2, which is 2, second member, plus the third member. So average, or directly you know that this is equal to 13 plus 15 divided by 2. So it will be 10, 20, 25, 28 divided by 2, which is 14. It's a halfway from 13 to 15, which is directly 14. So this is called Q1. And then similar thing for the right hand side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the halfway between 20 and 27. How could it be? 20 plus 27 divided by 2. So it will be 47 divided by 2. Not to make a mistake, let me use the calculator. So it will be 47 divided by 2. It is equal to 23.5. So it is 23.5. That means this is Q3, which I have to write now here, 23.5. So if I order them, 12, 14, 18, 23.5, and the last member is 36. So minimum, maximum, Q1, Q2, and Q3. That's it. Okay, now the new question. If the given data set 2, 4, 6, find the standard deviation. So to find the standard deviation, you know this. So first of all, we have to find the mean, which is 2 plus 4 plus 6 divided by 3, which will be 6, 4, 10, 12 divided by 3, which is 4, is the mean. And then we are taking the difference and its square, which is 2 minus 4 square. And then 4 minus 4 square. And then 6 minus 4 square divided by how many members are there? 1, 2, 3. Since this is the whole data set, it's 3. It's not a sample, I mean. And then this result, we can calculate 2 minus 4, negative 2 to the power of 2 will be 4. And this is 0. And this is 6 minus 4, which is 2, 4, divided by 3. So 4 and 4, 8 over 3. You know that 8 over 3 is the variance. The square root of the variance, which is this one, if I use a calculator, it will be standard deviation. So I have to take square root of, let me use calculator, 8 over 3, which is equal to 1.6329. If the question is find round it to the nearest hundreds, it means that tens and hundreds, which is the second digit. So 2 is less than 5. I have to leave as 1.63. Let's say approximately 1.63. It's my standard deviation. Now the question is different here. Part B. Find the standard deviation of after adding 2 each member. What will be the new standard deviation? I mean 2 will be now 4. Since I am adding 2, 4 will be now 4 plus 2, 6. And 6 will be 6 plus 2, 8. So what will be standard deviation of this? So I have to find the mean. 4 plus 6 plus 8 divided by 3. So it will be 18 divided by 3. So it will be 6. And then if I take the 6 minus 4 to the power of 2, and 6 minus 6 to the power of 2, 8 minus 6 to the power of 2, divided by 3 members I have. So this is now variance. It will be 6 minus 4, 2, 2 squared is 4, 0 plus 4 divided by 3, which is 8 over 3. This is variance. So square root of 8 over 3, we just calculated 1.63. It's interesting. By the way, at the end of the solution, I will give you a general rule. So when we subtract or add the same numbers to our data set, standard deviation is remaining unchanged. So the answer of the question will be how it was before, it will be same. I mean, since my standard deviation was before 1.63, if I add number 2 to the each data member, it will not change. Even if I subtract, it will not change. Let us see. So if I subtract 2, so first number 2 minus 2, 0. Second number 4 minus 2, 2. 6 minus 2, 4. So to find the standard deviation of these things, I have to take the mean, which is this. So 6 over 3 is 2. After that, if I subtract each member and if I take from the mean, it will be this. And it will be divided by how many members are there. So this is now variance. Square root of the variance will be standard deviation. So it will be 2 minus 0, 2. 2 is plus 4. And this is 0. This is 4 minus 2. 2 squared is 4 divided by 3, which will be 8 over 3, which is we just calculated 1.63. So if we add same number to each element of the data set, or if we subtract the same number to each element of the data set, the standard deviation of the original question is not changing. But what about if we multiply and if we divide? It definitely will change. So let's see how it will be. If I multiply by 2 each member, which is 2, 4, 6, 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, and it was 6, right? 6 times 2, 12. So the mean for these members will be, which is 8. So to find the standard deviation, 8 minus 4 square, 8 minus 8 square, 12 minus 8 square, divided by how many members are there. When I take the square root, if I take the square root, it will be standard deviation. If I don't take the square root, it will be variance. So this will be, if I calculate, what will be 8 minus 4, 4, 4 to the power of 2, 4, 16, 0, plus 8, 12 minus 8, 4, 4 to the power of 2, 16, divided by 3, which is, it will be 32 divided by 3. So approximately, let me calculate by using my calculator. It will be a minute. So open, clear. So square root, which is here, 32 divided by 3, so equals 3.265. If I round it, it will be 3.27. 3.27. Now, without running my result, okay, if I multiply this by 2, I got 1.63, which is here. I mean, when I multiply with the same number to my original data set, the result is changing the original standard deviation times that multiple. So original standard deviation of the numbers were it was 1.63. When I multiplied each member by 2, it's directly changed multiplying by 2. Imagine if this is 10, normal standard deviation is 10. If you multiply by 2 each member of the data set, the resulting standard deviation will be 10 times 2, 20 directly without calculation. So division, so if we divide by 2, the original question was 2, 4, 6. So 2 is divided by 2, 1. 4 divided by 2. And 6 divided by 2, 3. So the mean will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 divided by 3. So 3 plus 2, 5 plus 6 over 3, which is 2. And then to find the standard deviation, so the mean is 2. 1 minus 2 square plus 2 minus 2 square plus 3 minus 2 squared divided by 3. So it will be 1 minus 2 negative 1 squared is 1, 0, and 1 divided by 3, which will be 2 over 3. So approximately, what will be 2 over 3? Let's see, 2 over 3, which is equal to 0.8146. So 0.8164, sorry. If I round this, it will be 0.82. So when I divide by 2, what will be, or what happened at the end to my standard deviation? It was 1.63, isn't it? It's the half of it, 1.63. Let me use my calculator, divided by 2. So it is 0.82. Yes, so general rule is this: when you multiply the standard deviation with a number, so when you multiply each member by a fixed number, like for example by 2, so you have to multiply the original standard deviation by 2 to get the new result. If you divide each member by 2, but 2 is example here, it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, any number I mean. So if you multiply or divide by any real number, so the standard deviation is changing with that number. So let me give you an example. If standard deviation of a number is 10, if I multiply each member, let's say by 3, so what will be new standard deviation? It will be 10 times 3, which is 30, since the original standard deviation was 10. If I divide by 2 each member, so what will be standard deviation? So since I am dividing, original standard deviation was 10, so 10 over 2, it will be, new standard deviation will be 5. I hope you understood everything. That's enough.